I see far throws in practice is because I'm doing them consistently, but then when I get to the meet, it's about timing, and obviously I get a little excited and I'm going too fast or whatever, and it's kind of killing the patience I'm trying to create out of the back.
I'm proud to be again with the 2026 U.S. Women's National Champion, the shot put, Chase Jackson. Chase, how you feeling today?
Good. I think that's 11. Yeah. So two more, and then I have more than Michelle.
That is a stat I actually did not know, so thank you for sharing.
It's the one I've been thinking about since I hit 9. I've been okay, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Michelle's 12.
That does sound about right. Yeah, no, that's incredible. Another national championship here in New York, different location. First, let's get into the competition, but I actually have a follow-up question with you about that. How'd you feel about your performance today? Another meet over mid over 20, 20:55.
I had another big throw and warm-up, so I'm a little irritated. I went out after to walk it out and see how far it was, and it was far. So I just get annoyed with that. I think I'm getting into the competition and then I start to kind of try too hard because I saw a big warm-up or because I know I can throw far, and it's just getting a little annoying. But I think I'm really consistent and the technique's good, so when I am kind of trying a little too hard, at least certain elements of the throw are always happening, which is good. But I really want to chill out and get the far throw out that I know I can do.
So I'm going to break this rule already. You already asked me not to ask anything controversial, but since you did bring up where you're throwing, the distances you're throwing, for the last 10 years, we've been kind of waiting for a woman to finally break 21 meters since Valerie Adams. Jessica Schilder out of the Netherlands was the first one to do it. Has that kind of shifted your perspective on how you're approaching meets now, knowing that 21 is now the standard?
It did at first, but I don't want to be shady. But the consistency isn't there for her, so it wasn't at first, and then since then I've been kind of oh, okay, because I want it to be when I know I can do it, and then I know I can stay doing it, and that's what I want to get done. But I have made changes in my throw this year because it's the year to do it, so I'm just trying to kind of adjust to those. But it's all in my head right now. I think Leo was talking about it at the press conference, but you just think about it too much, and then it just kind of gets in your head. But yeah, I'm not trying to be shady, but I was afraid at first, and then I kept competing, and we went back and forth, and then now I've just kind of been okay, until someone's doing it consistently, it's not in my head, and I'm not scared.
No, and that's completely understandable. There's obviously also a milestone that has yet to be hit, and that's still 70 feet. That's still a barrier that needs to be broken for women. But kind of going on to that, with so many women getting close to 21 meters now, you're obviously super consistent in the mid-20s. You said you were changing your technique. What are you changing your technique, and do you think that's something that's going to get you that extra couple centimeters?
Yeah, if you just keep doing the same thing and then expect the throw to go further, that's stupid. It's not I'm making huge changes. Right now it's mainly timing changes. And I think the reason they're timing changes and then I see far throws in practice is because I'm doing them consistently, but then when I get to the meet, it's about timing, and obviously I get a little excited and I'm going too fast or whatever, and it's kind of killing the patience I'm trying to create out of the back. So I think you need to make changes or your throw's not going to go further. And I've seen Jess, for instance, from last year to this year made a big change, and she did throw 21, yeah, and she'll probably throw it again for sure, and eventually she'll get more consistent, but she did do a big change, and with her kind of step in that she does. And so that's what I mean. You have to do that, and then you kind of take the next step, and I think you just got to not be afraid of doing it, and I think a lot of people are. But you make changes and then you throw further. That's kind of how it works.
So there's also been a lot of talk about you kind of made some changes to your training environment during the off season. How has the new elite training group been for you in terms of getting ready for this season?
Yeah, it's been training at home is just been really good, and I had a training camp before this with some people. So yeah, it's really good, and I think at my age, yeah, I'm just loving being at home, being able to just go out into my garage and get my lift done. It makes it a lot less stressful. I get to just throw in my backyard, and yeah, it's been really nice. Like I feel like I'm in control of like what I'm doing, So I think it's like you hit certain phases, and I'm in the phase of wanting to do what the hell I want, and I can only do that if I like have my setup. And yeah, I feel really good with it.
Yeah, so you've been to so many national championships, won so many national championships, but they're mostly when it comes to outdoor being in Oregon. What do you think about them moving it to New York this year, and do you think they should move it to different locations more often?
Yeah, like I do love Hayward though, and like there's just something about it is like Hayward magic. Like I just throw so far there, so of course I miss it and I want to be there. But I understand they were about to have to run like 7 meets in a row, so I get why they didn't want us. But I think it can be fun to shake it up a little once in a while for sure. It's an off year, like why not go somewhere else? But for important stuff like Olympic trials and stuff, like I think consistency is important. Like so, staying like there for Olympic trials makes sense. But yeah, like maybe shifting around every once in a while. But I'm biased because I always throw really far at Hayward.
So there's even some feedback from some of the athletes I talked to prior to yourself about the ring, saying like the cement was almost like sidewalk cement. Like, do you think like the ring conditions could have been better, or do you think that maybe hindered you a little bit, or do you think they're about normal?
Here?
Yes.
Our ring was falling apart under our feet, so you can see the dust. It's like I've seen it before sometimes when you put acid wash on and then you don't rinse it off. That's kind of what it feels like. You don't rinse it off good enough and then it like keeps breaking it down. So yeah, the ring is not ideal. And for the shot ring, at least, it's like that deep. And I don't think people realize like we need the rim. We utilize the rim like there's a part of that. So when the rim is quite deep, I think it's kind of, but a ring is a ring. Like at the end of the day, like I've thrown far and I've thrown many competitions, and a ring's a ring. It's something you can't change. Like suck it up and deal with it. Like for me, I just brushed the front out because I knew it was going to be all dusty from it breaking down, so I just dusted out. Like you can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it. Like I think if we could complain about so many rings, right? And complain about so many meets because of the rings. So like what's the point? Like a ring's a ring. Throw in the damn ring and suck it up. Oh, okay.
Are you doing any more meets this season? And also, I think my final cap on that is, how does this national championship compare to others you've had?
Yeah, I just have Silesia. I'm gonna do Silesia, so I can do a little, maybe stay in Europe and train, and then do the final. And then that's it. Thank gosh. But this year has been kind of nice because this national championship, like, it's the first time in a while that we're not trying to make a team. Like, I think since like 2019, every national championship I've been at now has been trying to make a team. And so to have one where I can just kind of be free, and I think it really spoke in my series, where I could just kind of go and like be there was really nice. I think it didn't necessarily light a fire, which was unfortunate, but it was really nice to not be like riddled with anxiety at a national champs for the first time in a while. So yeah, it's nice, but I'm happy.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Chase Jackson, your 2026 Women's Shot Put National Champion. Congratulations.
Thank you.